Good day, class. Welcome to Res 11, Methods of Research. We are now at Unit 3, Writing of the Chapter 2 of your proposal. In this video, we will talk about the review of related literature, what is its importance, and how do we write the review of related literature. So let us first review our research process. We started with problem identification and objective formulation, and now we are ready for the review of related literature before we even go to research design, sampling design, and sample size, data collection method in your research methodology, and then writing of your proposal. In the given college template to you, this is an example of your Chapter 2 review of related literature. So we start with what is review of related literature, or your RRL. So a literature review surveys sources relevant to a particular issue, area of research, or theory, and by doing so, providing an organized description, summary, and critical evaluation of these works by showing patterns and trends and synthesis. So it is not simply putting all together the literatures that you've read. Remember the keywords which are in red here. It is an organized, it is evaluated, and it is synthesized. So these sources are scholarly articles, books, and other literatures, and you are actually taking a snapshot. It is capturing the major concepts of your topic and showing the relationships. But it is a unique opportunity to assess and contrast various arguments and theories, and you are not just simply summarizing all the literatures that you've already read. So are you familiar with this picture, with this clip? This is Chismosang Marites. I love watching his TikToks with his British accent. So just imagine if Chismosang Marites initiates academic conversations. So I have here an example. This is from Twitter. Let's just say Chismosang Marites is saying this, "Girl, sabi ni author X, ganito raw ang nangyari." But no, pinatunayan ni researcher Y na mali siya. Ay, andyan si author Z, nag-triangulate noong pinagsasabi ng dalawa gamit iyong nakuha niyang chika from author AA. So, actually, this is your review of related literature. Making the RRL is just academic chikahan na may kasamang paghalungkat ng resibo because you are actually telling your readers and other researchers where you got those ideas and those concepts. For the first 5 students who can give a meme similar to what is shown in the previous slide, something related to literature review, will get additional 5 points on the RRL activity. The first 5 who will send it on our group chat will get additional 5 points on the RRL activity. Most people think that literature review is easy to do, but it is not a laundry list of everything written on a topic where each source gets its summary paragraph. It's not an annotated bibliography and not a literary or book review. So remember again the keywords: organization, evaluation, and synthesis. So now that we know what RRL is, we go to what is the importance of RRL and why do we have a whole chapter for review of related literature. So in your handout, you will see a long list of importance, purpose, and functions of a literature review. But in this video, I will just highlight the importance of RRL. So first, it improves your understanding of your topic. A survey of related literature and studies is very important because such reviewed literature and studies serve as the foundation of the proposed study. So the review provides the researcher knowledge and background on the subjects under study. So by reading what has been done in the past on the issue, the researcher will come to know what progress has been made in terms of human inquiry on said concern. So simply, the scope will widen and you will be more knowledgeable on the research, and it also boosts your confidence on your research variable. So remember that your literature review process is iterative. You will see in the figure here that you do literature review when you make your research questions, your objectives, your methods, your results, and your discussion. It improves understanding of your topic for the not only for you as a researcher and also for your readers. So remember when I asked you to do literature review when you were looking for your research topic? Yes, from your broad topic, I asked you to read literatures or do literature review to refine or narrow down that topic going to your research problem, and this also served as a basis for your research questions. So second importance is your RRL provides ideas about ways to carry out your research more effectively. So not only does it give the investigator a complete understanding of what is known about a given topic, it also provides the researcher with ideas about ways he can design and carry out his research more effectively. So we need the literature review in doing your methodology or your chapter 3. Since effective research is based upon your past knowledge, this step helps eliminate the duplication of what has been done already, and it provides useful hypotheses for significant investigation. Also, you will need the literature review when writing your results. That's why you need already to read your literatures for chapter 3, so in order for you to cite studies that show substantial agreement and those that seems to present conflicting conclusions, which will help sharpen and define understanding of existing knowledge in the problem area, and it provides a background for the research project. Also, it makes your reader aware of the status of the issue. So it will help and guide the researcher in making the research design, especially in the formulation of your specific questions to be researched on, the formulation and assumptions and hypotheses if there should be any, the formulation of conceptual framework, the selection and application of methods of research, the selection and application of sampling techniques, the selection and or preparation and validation of your research instruments for gathering data, the selection and application of statistical procedures, the analysis, organization, presentation, and interpretation of data, the making of summary of implications for the whole study, and the formulation of the summary of findings, conclusions, and recommendations. So it helps one to become more familiar with the various research methods used in your study, provides convincing arguments for why your particular research project is needed. So going back to this figure, this is what I am pointing out. When you search the existing literature, you will be looking at previous studies and other secondary sources. And in that previous studies, it will help you to become more familiar with various research methods used in similar studies, and it will also provide you with arguments to why your particular research project is needed. And it will also give insights on the weaknesses and problems of the previous studies. So consequently, the researcher will be properly guided on how to handle or avoid the same problems which he may encounter in his own study. So this may help and guide also in locating more bibliography or more references of the study which may be similar to your study. And also, it may help and guide the researcher in making comparisons on his findings with the findings of other researchers on similar studies with the end in view of formulating generalizations or principles which are the contributions of the study to the fund of knowledge. So again, existing problems, weak points of the study leads to the proper procedure and highlights the importance of the investigation. And third, it helps in analyzing and discussing results. So I discussed it a while ago. They help and guide the researcher in making comparison between his findings with the findings of other researchers on similar studies. So that means that when you are doing your results and discussions part, your chapter 4, you will have to cite those authors from your chapter 2 and tell us if it agrees or disagrees with your findings. So that is the use of your review of related literature. That's why when you go to review of literature, then you go to your methods, you already have your results and discussions in chapter 4. You will still go back to your review of literature if in case there is no such literatures that you've written there that can explain what you found out. So you need again to put in your review of literature some of those references. Therefore, your review of literature will keep on growing until the end of your paper. So a frequently asked question is, what is the difference between related literature and related studies? So related literature is composed of discussions of facts and principles to which the present study is related. So some authors call it your conceptual literature because it consists of articles or books written by authorities giving opinions, experiences, theories, or ideas of what is good or bad, desirable or undesirable within the problem area. For instance, if the present study deals with drug addiction, literature reviewed or surveyed should be composed of materials that deal with drug addiction. So these materials are usually printed and found in books, encyclopedias, professional journals, magazines, newspapers, and other publications. Simply, these materials can be classified as local if printed in the Philippines and foreign if printed in other countries. Therefore, related literature are those published articles. On the other hand, your related studies are those that are unpublished. These are studies, inquiries, or investigations already conducted to which the present proposed study is related or has some bearing or similarity. And this could be manuscripts, theses, and dissertations. Published reports are also found in research journals, school papers, and related studies are likewise known as research literature, and they may be classified also as local or foreign. So therefore, you can find your review of related literature and studies in printed and digital formats. Printed, you have books, encyclopedia, newspapers, magazine articles, conferences, proceedings, your printed theses and dissertations, which could be time-consuming, often not up-to-date, but it's easy to use. And digital format, your e-books, online journals, web pages, online magazines, educational videos and tutorials, virtual lectures, e-proceedings, and e-abstracts. This is what we usually use, especially now that we have a pandemic. It saves time by using keywords, state of the art. Usually, if the studies published today, you can already see it today. But navigation can be intimidating because there are a lot of references online. So now that we know what RRL is and the importance of RRL, now we are ready to learn how do we write the RRL. So there are only 4 simple steps in writing your review of related literature. You select, you analyze and critically evaluate, you organize, and then you write or you synthesize. So going back to the definition of your review of related literature, your literature review is surveying or selecting a source. So this is select. And then we have but it is evaluated, organized, and synthesized. So these are the four simple steps. And in our next video, I will teach you how to write these steps or do these steps step by step.